Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we got a weapon mod currently with my character's hands here. This is Thing's M4A1, another Thing weapon here. Their Modern Apocalypse series, right? We've done all different kinds of things. We did Thing's Glock recently. We're talking about this weapon a little bit on the description here, from the mod description here, right? So this is the M4A1. It's a very prominent gun in American history. With its birth in 1958, known as the AR-15. Right, like so on and so forth. And then the mod author does list. I know the M4 has been added a lot. This is not the first M4 mod I've been covered. I believe that's the mod author's name, right? That's why he uses Things M4. Is just tired of all the other versions of the gun and made their own, right? So there's going to be a bunch of cool attachments and stuff here. We're going to be able to customize in all kinds of ways. Obviously, the thing about Things versions of mods is that they're apocalyptic versions of the weapons. They're not just like, oh, here's a modern gun thrown into Fallout 4. It's like, here's what this gun would look like, because this gun existed in the lore, maybe, right? You put it in there. Like, America created the M4 still. They didn't, but they say they did. And then, but it's apocalyptic because you got to put like a weird pipe barrel on there because it's been around 200 years and the gun's kind of broken down. So we'll do some cool customizations with it. I do want to let you guys know that this spawns into the leveled list. It starts spawning the gunners and raiders and so on and so forth. I bought it from a vendor. It wasn't very hard. But if it doesn't show up for you, you maybe have too many things in your leveled list. Let's take a look at the weapon here. By default here, shoots 5.56 ammunition. For me, it's doing 87 damage. As you can see, we already have some evidence of its apocalyptic style nature on its kind of standard receiver, standard barrel. We got no stock on, but a junk magazine, standard little handmade sights, wood grip there, wood pistol grip someone had to put on there because it wore down. A wooden front handle there, right? It's pretty baseline, right? It's just a barrel with a piece of wood on it. It's not necessarily the nicest looking thing in the world, but it's not supposed to be. It's apocalypse, right? Let's take a look at the firing sound. I do like this. These iron sights are nice as well. It's got a nice firing sound. Semi-auto here by default. Nice looking reload animation too, right? Classic M4 stuff. I mean, you use an M4, not just, it's not like in Fallout 4 mods, but like, Call of Duty, Battlefield, fucking every military shooter has an M4 in it. So let's take a look at the customization we do with the weapon though, because that's always some of the best thing about Things mods. So okay, we have a fast receiver here to increase fire rate. Do we have a way to make it full auto? Yeah, there's just a full auto, semi-auto conversion right here. You do lose a tiny bit of damage, but I think it's freedom mode. So we're going to put freedom mode on, okay? Do you guys not believe in freedom? So there's all kinds of skins. We'll get to that part later. Heavy receiver, obviously, slower reload, more damage. It's always the kind of trade-off here. This is an interesting thing. So we'll show this off rip. These are, if you haven't seen any of Things mods before, let's take a look at it in third person while we're here. That full auto recoil is kind of nuts. But you do more damage. That's part of the heavy receiver thing too, is that recoil usually gets insane. That reload is slower. Not too much slower, but slower where you're gonna notice it, maybe feel it a little bit. Now let's take a look oppositely. That's not a word, is it? I'm just making shit up now. The fast receiver, which especially at a full auto gun. Nice little pull out animation will show off there. Little put away, pull out again, just so you can see it. That recoil is still insane. I'm looking at the sky immediately. But that reload is extremely quick, right? Flipping that thing out, popping it right in, right? So, with a really fast rate of fire. But that really fast rate of fire is still making that recoil kind of crazy. So, and you could just do standard right in the middle. Now, standard, it's still going to have a lot of recoil. This full auto gun is it's a little less, though. But that's still a nice chunky rate of fire. Bop, 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 bop. Man, I'm just all about the rhythm of shit. Short barrel, long barrel. I'm not really sure if there's a reason to use the short barrel, unless you're really worried about carry weight. I mean, it's a light gun as it is. Look at that. It's 1.7 pounds, I suppose, right? And then we put a long barrel and it gets extremely heavy, but it has an extreme amount of range. More accuracy stat, all the good stuff here. Now, obviously, we need some kind of stock. This no stock is hampering us a lot here. So we have a junk metal slot, better recoil, lighter, less scope stability, really uncomfortable. I mean, yeah, it looks uncomfortable. A wood stock, right? A scrap junk wood stock, a regular just classic wood stock, reduced recoil, heavier, right? We're gonna start making the gun really heavy. A 416 stock straight out of New Orleans. It's got to be a reference or something. I forget what the reference is. There's another mod, and somebody told me what this reference was, and I just forget because I'm bad like that. Another junk stock, a WTech, a West Tech junk stock, M4SS stock, marksman stock, probably the best one, the least amount of recoil. This one is light. I mean, it says lighter, less recoil. These are the same weight as the marksman stock, so I don't know why you wouldn't. Like, you could do like a fixed stock, right? even more heavier. It's just as heavy as the other ones, and it has just as much stability control, but it does start to look like your classic M4, right? It's polymer stock, right? So we have obviously a junk magazine that's standard here. Standard magazine, what is it? It just is the same. Does it have the same capacity of 20 rounds? It just looks, no, it has 10 rounds. So junk magazine is actually more bullets. It's full auto, but I could tap it out too. That's kind of like a good full auto rate. Like, we'll see. We got it. I mean, the recoil should be a little bit better. Oh yeah, way better, dude. You see how much better that recoil is? We're not looking at the sky anymore. That no stock was killing us. But I really like that the attachments affected in a kind of meaningful way. I've covered way too many guns in my time that just have attachments that don't do anything. You put a stock on here, you have no recoil. That's a good thing. Now, obviously, we have all different kinds of magazines. You can make a 7.62 for Christ's sake. This is fucking cool. Like the AK. 308 even. If you really want to maximize damage and stuff to a coffin magazine, big old 60 round. Or you could maximize. It's only give you a little bit of damage, a little bit more damage with that 308. But probably be big recoil. We're gonna put that on there because I want to see. It's probably gonna be bigger recoil, right? That's usually what. Not too much though, actually. It starts kicking up though. You see that? I like that too. I like that there's a recoil pattern. So like if you fire in short bursts here, you really don't have to worry about recoil. But if you really want to start hammering into something, it's gonna start going up to the sky. Cool. It's a cool recoil pattern. It's something to learn, right? As long as you keep it in short bursts, it would be fine. It's not too much recoil. I think the coffin magazine might be the way to go, especially if we're going full auto. We want the more rounds possible. So we're going to look at all the different sights we have here. We have just the carry handle sights. That's classic. We'll throw that on there for right now. Muzzle brake, compensator, suppressor, bayonet. I don't think we need a muzzle brake or compensator right now. The suppressor should do good. Especially, we still do lose range with the suppressor, but when we're doing this long barrel thing here, that 341 range is going to be plenty. The weapon is getting quite heavy now, though, in comparison. But it is supposed to be like the one gun you use, right? Yeah, absolutely no recoil. It is the carry weight sight is clean, but the recoil still is obstructive of that. Like, it's very hard to see what you're shooting at. I like that 60 round mag there. That is kind of nice. Obviously, you can make a 7.62. You can do all the different. There's a lot of good amount of customization here. It's suppressed now, though. We probably do need a sight. Let's put standard sights on it and see what they think that is. Let's put the 7.62 mag on there just to throw. It doesn't actually increase damage though. It just makes it different. 7.62 is lighter, I guess. 30 round mag instead of the 60. That's probably the reason why it's lighter. 10 millimeter. Faster reload, less damage, higher fire rate. So we could make it like a carbine magazine. So you could do that with something like the short barrel and stuff, and then make it like almost like an SMG. Yeah, that's really spitting some bullets though, right? Yeah, dude. No recoil though. It's 10 millimeter. It's like a tiny bullet comparison to some of these other things. It's interesting stuff. You could really do a lot of stuff with it, right? I still don't like any of these sights. Idiot Savant. Okay? So, oh, we can change the handguard. That's not even part of the barrel. That's just a different thing. So we have our long handguards, but you can't actually put that on it. We get the service handguard, so you have the service rifle style. Yo, service rifle from New Vegas. It even says so. The tactical handguard. This is like an M416 type of looking thing, I think. I don't know. I'm super expert on guns. This is lighter, more recoil. Lighter, faster, more recoil. They both increase the fire rate and range, though. And the service handguard is less recoil and increased range, but it's much heavier. Because it's wood. I guess wood is heavier than polymer, right? I mean, no recoil, though. Like, it's already getting better. It does eventually kick up, though. I like that effect where it eventually gets there on the things. Obviously, you could do that. Can we do that in combination with the short barrel? Can I put the short barrel on there? Do I still get the same short handguards? Light. So it's different handguards for the different types of barrels. That's very cool. Cool customization and meaningful customization. Like, tactical handguard here is lighter, tiny bit less recoil. Our range stat is 89, so we're not hitting anything super far away anymore. The suppressor is going to harm us a little bit more here. But if we're shooting at like a close range SMG, right? We could reduce the recoil anymore. But like, what if we want to make it really light, like a really light SMG here? I just want to see what the different barrels look like and stuff too. In the sky, we're immediately in the sky. The stock ain't doing shit for us. It's not compensating. Tiny bit more recoil, my ass though. Tiny bit less recoil. Right here. I think this is a nice little middle ground here. Yeah, still like practically no recoil. It'll eventually get up there, but you fire in these little. I mean, you're still spraying rounds too. This is a fast fire rate suppressed SMG right here, and I like these sights too. I want to mention. I didn't bring that up earlier. These are cleaner a little bit, but we probably actually want a scope on there, like of some kind. It'd probably be easier to see. So we got handmade reflex sights, ACOG short scope. Is it like a custom short scope? I believe the mod author does list DAX optics there. So this is what my short scope looks like, but it's kind of big and ugly on the gun. I just don't... like big ugly scopes. I really don't. I'm sorry, you guys. Like I just hate it. I hate them. I hate big ugly scopes. I can't even craft a larger. I'm running out of adhesive. That's very cool. So this is going to be a struggle. So let's what the handmade reflex sight. This is what a pipe reflex is. So gross. It's going to be gross. It's gross. It's already gross. I mean, it's still probably cleaner than the iron sights in terms of actual target acquisition, but I just really think that scope looks ugly as fuck on the thing. Now, here real quick, I got to give myself some adhesive apparently. This is how much I got covered mods. I just burned through adhesive. Even if I give myself like a 500 here at a time, I'm still burning through adhesive, right? That's how much weapon mods require adhesive. Anyway, more adhesive, different sights, something not ugly like a regular reflex sight. We're gonna assume that this is not ugly. We have 4 grips we can put on here. A wrench. We'd actually need a wrench to make that work, but it's a 4 grip. Less scope stability, lighter. Better recoil control, slightly less spread. I think the pre-war 4 grip is where you want to go. It does make the weapon heavier, but I mean, we're really tightened on that recoil now. There's a lot of customization to this weapon. That's a decent reflex sight, like that recoil. I mean, it's moving, but like, because we've really made the fire rate really fast, but I think that's some tight stuff right there. I'm still not a big fan of that reflex sight. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. ACOG sights, give me something good. All right, something that I like. It's still just, this is too bulky, right? The scope and the reticle, I think the reticle is bad too. I just don't like, no offense to Dak. I think he makes wonderful mods and stuff like that, but I just think his West Tech scope pack, his scopes are gross. And the reticles are too big. Now the Gex sight here, this is a nice one. This is clean. I think this is a clean optic. This is probably the best one, my favorite one so far. This is, and it looks like an M4, right? It looks like almost like a modern M4. We put a nice scope on it. I mean, obviously the 10mm light magazine is making an SMG. Like, I believe there's like a 9mm SMG style conversion for your M4 anyway. So like, this is based off of real life stuff. The M4 is such a compatible gun with so many things. Okay, we got tactical handguard. We're making it like realistic, right? We're putting, you can't modernize the gun, right? Like, we could put all the junk stuff on there still. It still exists, and obviously you have to work your way up there because these require gun nuts and all different kinds of other materials and stuff. Let's take a look at the skin. So standard skin, Minuteman skin, BOS, gunner. There's little logos on there. NCR skin even. Just makes it shiny. Raider, Railroad, the Colt skin. It's old. It looks kind of like beat up a little bit. The Thing skin. Put the Thing skin on there. Respect the Thing for doing the cool gun things. Now, we could still change the receiver here. We can make it a heavy receiver and a 10mm SMG, which is kind of an interesting combination, right? This is a hard-hitting 10mm SMG, but the recoil, once again, becomes absolutely insane, and that reload, even though fast normally, becomes quite slow. It's just customization options. I can make it fast, though. This reload is going to be insanely quick, and the fire rate's going to be stupid. It does eventually kick up, but that, I mean, I want to, like, you could instant reload. That's kind of a cool little SMG, right? Obviously, that's just one option of the playstyle, too. Like, we can make this SMG. We can make it like a long-range gun. We got long-range scopes on there that you could definitely put it on there. You could semi-auto fire at long range. Obviously, that's not freedom mode, so if you put it in semi-auto mode, you don't believe in freedom. This is the way that I'm going to test the weapon out, just because I've made it this kind of way, this SMG here. We're testing out some combat this way. But it is a very customizable gun. I've hopefully shown off enough of these attachments that you guys get a good idea of what we're dealing with here. But this little fast fight, this extremely fast fight, this is low damage. But we'll see how this goes. This is a fun little way to mess around with the weapon. Really fast reload, too. Really fast reload. Suppressed, we could kind of sneak around with it, but I don't think one burst is killing anything. What are we doing, like 33 damage or something like that? I don't think you actually need this 30 damage. You could go back up to 37. It's not like we're getting a huge amount to go back up to the standard, but, you know, it is what it is. I think the stock is something really important on here. You could do whatever you want. You could obviously go to 308 rounds and then make it like a full auto. This is beefy boy. But it's a fast 3.0, it's fast shooting 3.0. That's gonna hit hard. That's a chunky. That's a chunky boy. We're gonna make it a chunky boy. Actually, I've decided kind of just like a jack of all trades gun. Good at close range because it's got that really fast fire rate, fast receiver. Still probably doing pretty good long range damage. We do have the short barrel on though. We probably actually let's mess around with it one more time. We're gonna make the jack of all trades gun. But obviously you could do the SMG things. We're just gonna make it standard, right? Standard barrel. We're going to just regular stock. I think that's right in the middle there. The 3.0 damage is just good. I think that's good. The Gex sight's kind of a medium range sight. Suppressor's good. Let's see what handguards we got for this. We didn't even see this. A pipe one. Tactical with a rail cover, a wood block, a wood handguard. Small service rifle. We get some more fire rate and range. The weight's a little bit heavy, but not too bad. The Thing skin, full auto. That might be the way that I want to go with the gun. We're kind of like a service rifle with a suppressor here. Oh, I It sounds chunky too. That's that. The fast receiver's a little too quick, I think, for this type of round. This sounds nice. We're going to go test this particular variant out in some combat. The logo does look nice. The weapon has a cool amount of customization. Now let's see how it functions in the combat, and I'll see you when we get there. Alright, everybody, here we are weapon testing. We're at Mass Fusion Building. There's a lot of gunners here. It's a good test. We're sneaking right now, so this should probably be one burst in the back. I mean, we didn't even need the whole burst, but that guy took 30 rounds right in his asshole. Headshot, 71%. That's doing God's work here. Wonderful stuff. Okay, sneaking around still. One more gunner. Somewhere, right here, popping out. Right in the face. Obviously, we're showing off fast shooting, but we're going to do some manual shooting. We're going to go actually in the Mass Fusion Building, kill some gunners, kill some people that are shooting back. But obviously, the gun is functioning. Probably don't actually need to make it full auto, but it is freedom mode, so you have to make it freedom mode, okay? Do you not believe in freedom? Do you like slavery? It's very dark in here, but there's a turret right there. That's dead. One shot it. It's still slow enough rate of fire, too. I really like that about it. It is very dark in here, though. No flashlight on the gun. There's definitely a gunner right there. Excuse me? Where did you go? There you go. One shot. And you can still tap fire it like that. See, with my manual firing, you can still sneak around and critical some people that way. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. There's a quantum just sitting right here. Hello. Nice little noise there, too. There's somebody definitely right up here. My game is very dark, but that is the circumstances. Somebody right there. There's definitely somebody right there. And I still one shot, even though it's full auto. So if I run into like a death cloud or something, and I want to put those full auto bursts into people, the turret not dying. It's not activated yet or something. There's a gunner over there. He has a homie too. Pulled that one burst, easily taking down that gunner. Shot him in the back again. Another one. That hit the railing. I got screwed by the game. Okay, try again. There we go. Dead. Absolutely dead gunner here. That turret is still there, freaking out. One shot though, right? Like, it's strong enough to kill weaker enemies at least in one shot still. Not quite that guy though. It's okay. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously a very functionally good gun. It could be the only gun you need. You do all kinds of things. This guy needs to die, so we're going to crit him because it's going to be fun. Obviously, that's just super duper guaranteed death for that man. Sucks to be him. The gunner's sleeping right there. One shot, sneak attack critical. So like, it's a good, it's just, I mean, you could snipe with it clearly. I mean, I'm even in full auto mode, but you could still like single shot tap fire snipe with it. And if you need to, you could go full bore. Like, I don't think I'm going to need to here, but if I wanted to, I'm going to cease sneaking around. I'm going to start getting up the building here. And we're going to see if we can actually get into some active combat. I'm going to turn the flashlight on and everything. Maybe you guys can see now. I apologize for that. I really do like the lighting mods I have on. I really do think it makes it. But we can go in here like this. Now this legendary gunner is taking some bullets. It took a clip, but like our magazine, it's a magazine. I know some turbo nerd's going to get mad that but it is a very functional gun. No, there's no recoil. We've set it up that way, right? We could just kind of walk around playing like a modern military shooter. I've made it kind of stylized like a modern military gun. What is the point of this being able to go into this basket? There's just one singular duffel bag here. And that's like all that exists in this location. But I mean, obviously, we're doing just fine, even going full auto. We have that security of having backup shots. We obviously had to put a full magazine into that legendary gunner there. I gotta figure out where I'm getting, guys. Over here more? We're going up here. There we go. Sometimes I get lost in buildings still, okay? Hey, what's up? That man didn't even get to stand up. That man's dead. And this is hipfire spraying. That hipfire with the full auto obviously works quite well, but we can still go back to sneaking. There's a power armor guy here, I believe, right at the tippy top of this thing. Yeah, there's the gunner commander. He's power armor. Turn the flashlight off real quick. It was back on. It's fine. He doesn't see me, so we're going to go for a nice fusion core shot. 95% chance to hit. I just want to shoot it once. If it doesn't kill him, it'll actually be more funny. Yeah. Sucks. Broke your fusion. No, you go ahead. Done. You gotta die? He's gonna go boom, right? Fucking. He didn't die. That didn't kill his ass, but we'll shoot at headshots until we hit one of those 45%. Is dead. I did blow him up. It's always a good time. But yeah, this is Things M4. It's a great gun. It's an M4. It's probably one of the best M4 mods I've covered. It's got a really good amount of customization. You can do all kinds of cool things with it. Actually functionally meaningful attachments that are, you know, actually change how the weapon feels and how you use it. You can make it an SMG, an assault rifle. You can do long range scopes, short range scopes, all the cool little things like that. I almost made that jump. Let me up. Let me up. Is it like an invisible barrack? I'm just fucking with things now. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think of Things M4. I know some of you were in my comment section real excited about it. Obviously, while we're here. Excellent. Gotta grab that. Do I have no follow-up damage mod on? I think I do. We'll find out, I guess. Oh, sketchy. We do. I still do have my no fall damage mod on, but it was sketchy, wasn't it? We're gonna go back outside here. But yeah, I think it's a great gun. I think it's one of the more. It's a very large mod. I want to mention though. It's 220 megabytes. I made a note of this. I don't usually tell you too much about weapon mod sizes because it's not a huge factor. If you want the weapon, you should have it regardless of how big it is. But this is quite large. But it does a really lot of good stuff, and it could be like, you know, the one gun you use through the whole playthrough. You could base a whole playthrough around a Commando Freedom build of the M4. Yeah, full auto. See, when you're fighting a Yagwai, something that's a little tankier than, you know, gunners apparently, you can still definitely put that full auto to use, right? It's a good gun. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Are you a big fan of the M4? It obviously is, you know, a very America gun. And you could use it now. Caution. Danger. Hello, dog. Dude. I hate people above me. I hate you. I hate you for being there. I hate that you didn't die in one burst. The recoil control is fine. I'm bad, okay? Excuse me, sir. It seems like you would like to get bash bursted in the brain. That's what a satisfying thing. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I've covered the mod. I'm still just playing the game because that's what I do sometimes. But if you guys want to check out this mod for yourselves, make sure to check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda.net page or the Nexus mod page. You can download this mod for yourselves there. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video. I really do appreciate that. It really does help the channel grow and get more people to watch the wonderful videos that I make. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe as well. That way you can check out more videos from me. I do upload Follow 4 mods a couple times a week. You can check all those videos out the easiest way by subscribing, hitting the bell, doing all those things. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day. Or whatever time it may be. And I will see you in the next episode. Nice VATS kill cam to, you know, in the video.